Welcome to Central Scotland Motorhome Hire. You guys are super excited to get away on your holidays. I'm going to try and not hold you back. Obviously, I'm going to give you this video of how to work your Volkswagen camper. Obviously, due to COVID, I'd love to show you on the day round about it, but we get them super clean, COVID free hopefully. I'm going to show you the video how to work the vehicle. But on the day, and if you have any questions, please ask. But one of the most important thing is, please watch all of this video before you pick the vehicle up. Let's go and I'll show you around about. One of the first things we actually do, the vehicle just now has its RS6 wheels on, but we change them to put them out in hire. One of the reasons being is we have a lot of dents on the wheels because they're super low. They're not ideal for going up the North Coast 500, so we put the original wheels back on. So don't think, oh, it's not got the right wheels. We're just going to put the original wheels back on for your hire. To add fuel to the vehicle, open the passenger door. And the lid here, just open it up and you'll see the diesel cap here, unscrew, and you've got the AdBlue one just below. Now, if you should ever had to add some AdBlue, buy some from the petrol station, keep the receipt, and we will reimburse you. But the vehicle should always go out full with AdBlue and should never ever need to add any of the AdBlue at all. One of the things we ask, the vehicle will go out with 100% fuel capacity, but we do ask when you return to go to the petrol station just at the front of our unit and fill up with diesel and return the vehicle full of fuel. To access the first aid kit, the water hose and the electric cable for hookup, go at the front of the passenger seat, lift the front of the passenger seat up like so and pull forward. Lift the seat up, and under here you'll see the first aid kit, the water hose bag and the electric cable. On the water hose bag, once you've filled up with fresh water, I'll show you that in a wee minute, please empty all the water out before you put it in the bag, because we don't want to cause any smells at all. To put the seat back down, simply put it down and push back into position. To access the side entry, pull the handle and the door will click. Slide it all the way back until it actually clicks into position. Now, to release the door, to close it again, you need to pull the handle to unclick it from underneath here, like so, and it simply closes over. Let's get into the vehicle itself. Up the back here, we have a control panel. One of the things I'm going to show you is turn it on like so. You will see the next one is a leisure battery. If you press that, it will tell you how many lights and much electricity is in the leisure battery, showing there. The vehicle's battery itself, if you press that, it will show you the vehicle's battery. It's probably needing a wee charge. It's been sitting with the lights on for a wee while now. Back to the leisure battery. We're now working off the leisure battery again, so we've got the lights back on. To turn the water on, and for your sink, press the water button. I'm not going to press it just now because we'll not get any water in the vehicle. This button here tells you how much water is in the vehicle once it's filled up. These wee lights will come up and tell you the capacity. So the main one up here, the ones you will really use is the on and off button and the water button. The rest is just telling you the levels and capacity of the battery and the water. I'm now going to show you how to pop the roof now they've got the lights and all that on. There's a strap at the front and I'm going to show you just now. Up here, bring the strap out. There's a wee push button on the strap itself. Just push it and it will release the strap like so. Just take it out like that, out a bit of a distance. I've already done the other one already, so I'm saving time in the video. So then simply push the pop top up till it stretches right up. Again, grab the wee strap, push the wee lever till it's not, you're not wanting to bring it down at all, just tightening it up to there and putting it up. Same with the other side, just a wee tension and put the straps up out the road. Now your bed for the kids, etc., is up here, and all you do is just simply pull this right down. And the access for the kids is the adults would generally help them up through the passenger side, and you've got your double bed up here for the kids. But to give you more room during the day, just simply push it up and the rams take it up. Now, to bring the pop top down, you basically do it in reverse. Bring your straps down. We have the two handles up here. Reach up, start to bring it down. But one of the most important things you need to do is bring the side of the canopy at the top in. Bring all the cover in, make sure it's going to be underneath, and then simply pop it back down. The straps, push the wee lever and tighten it right up so it's nice and tight. It goes all the way right up and it's nice and tight. Do the same with the other side. Nice and tight with all the straps, so we're not wanting it to blow away when you start driving. Again, nice and tight, and pull it tight, and that's quite simple. Grab your straps and tuck your straps up here out of the way, and that's how your pop top works. Now we've got the pop top up, come round the back of the vehicle, open the door, and we're going to turn the gas on. Simply turn the buttons, hold the lever and turn the top of the gas bottle anti-clockwise, and that opens up your gas. If you ever find that you've run out of gas, if you wouldn't mind, nip into a petrol station. They've generally got all these wee bottles, and replace the bottle, and we will reimburse you if you give us back the receipt. We used to put them out with 2 bottles, but it was taking up far too much room. So if you wouldn't mind doing that, but you should be okay with gas. We generally check them every time they come in to see if they've got enough. You won't use a lot of gas, to be quite honest with you. To turn off, turn clockwise all the way, and please don't drive with the vehicle with the gas on. We now over to the diesel heater. This is for night time. You could use it during the day if you're actually feeling a bit nippy. To turn on, hold the on off button and it simply turns on. You'll see here, it's like a wee blue fan that's simply circulating, and eventually the fans and the heater will come on. It takes maybe about 2 or 3 minutes to start the cycle, but as long as this wee blue fan is turning, that's the fan going to start to kick in. It just takes a couple of minutes. To put the temperature up, simply touch the button at the top and button down to bring down the temperature. Generally at night time, I would recommend maybe 19-20 degrees. So that's your temperature. I wouldn't touch any other buttons at all, and that's quite simply how the diesel heater works. To turn off, you would just simply hold the on off button for a couple of seconds until it come up and says off. Now there is another switch that I'm going to show you. Some customers might end up switching the electricity off for this altogether. If you come into the vehicle and there's no power on this, on the left hand side, just beside the fire extinguisher, there's a button down here. It's got a wee illumination light on it. If that is off, that actually switches the diesel heater off completely. The other buttons here, this one here, is for the fridge. So obviously when you're hiring the vehicle, you want to kind of keep that one on at all times. But you just need to watch your leisure battery, don't run your leisure battery down. But if you're driving the vehicle, when you're driving the vehicle, it puts a lot of charge back into the leisure battery, and we do have a double electric battery on this one, double size should I say. And this one over here is just your light switch above, for here. To turn this light switch on, simply touch the button at the back, press it once, and press it again for even brighter. And to turn off, press the button again at the back. Down at the side here, we also have another light just above here, turning it on and off. Now, on this wee light here, we also have a USB point just right underneath the light there. It's hiding just under here. There's some more lights we have up the top, is some LED lights that shines up above for the up above bed. What you'll find is you'll have a wee remote control. It'll probably be in this drawer or over in the other drawers. to turn off. Aim, there's a wee bit just up here where you'll see it, and you can aim it to there to turn off for night time. Turn it back on and you can pick whatever colour you would like. You can have it flashing, dancing, whatever you want. But keep a hold of the remote control. Again, just put it back in the drawer out of the way. I'm going to get the fridge working for you guys now. Simply, as I said, remember the orange light, make sure this is on. Down to the fridge, open the door by lifting the handle up like so, and then open the door. Inside here, you will see the temperature control. Hit the temperature button, you'll see the blue lights going up to the top, coming down, and it's getting colder all the time. My recommendation is probably sitting it on a 3. Another thing with this fridge, this freezer box can actually come out. If you would like some more fridge space, simply pull the drawer down and just take this out altogether and stow it away in one of the drawers. Put it back in and close. To open the cupboards, simply press the button and pull them down. Now, the reason I'm showing you this cupboard here, we've not hooked up to the mains electricity just now, so the microwave isn't on. One of our customers last year, when they were sleeping and they were plugged in on site, the light, the time, etc. was displaying on the microwave, but we couldn't actually work out how to get the microwave off. So we fitted a switch right up the back here. It's right at the back of this, and it actually switches the microwave on and off. So simply click it to turn it on and turn it off at night time. So if you actually go to a site, obviously make sure your microwave on, and if your microwave is lit up, it also lets you know that the electricity on the site is plugged in and you're all ready to go. To the gas and your wee sink. Simply lift up the lids. On the gas, you will see the levers pushed out, and there's a wee sparker button. Turn the gas on, press your spark, let go, and away you go. And that's you got your gas up and running. To turn off, just simply turn the lever right round, and that's it. Make it sure it's not too warm before you put the lid back down. On the water side, lift the lever up, lift the sink up. This makes the water actually work by lifting this tap up, and it's just a simple lift up and down to make it work. It doesn't have hot water, it's just fresh water. And to close it down, close the lids nice and gently, like so. We're going to show you how to put the bed down now. Simply underneath here, there's a lever, lift it up, and the bed will simply slide all the way out. And to click it in, just click it into place like so. To release the bed, there's a wee wire here. Just simply pull the wire like so, and the handle here in the middle, lift your leg and just simply lock it back in to position. In the cupboards you will find there will be pots, pans, knives, forks, all sorts of cutlery, plates, etc. So you'll not actually have to bring anything like that at all. The only thing you really need to bring on your trip is your clothes and shoes and hiking boots, etc. Also in the vehicle is fitted the carbon monoxide monitor alarm. Now I'm going to show you how to turn the captain seat. If you come down to these wee knobs here, unscrew them all together. There's 4 all together. I've already undone the 2 at the front of the seat. I've already undone this one. Unscrew it all together, but you mustn't, it's really important that lift it up through the 2 wee bits here and turn it so that it holds the bolt up. Now I've already done the other 3. I'm going to show you how to turn the seat. First of all, push the seat, push it forward, a wee wiggle to go forward, and start turning it anti-clockwise. Like so. Turn it all the way right round, move it over a wee bit once it gets to the middle, turn it right round and bring it forward again. Line it up with the holes, like so, and then screw all the bolts back in. To undo, obviously bring it the exact same way, back to that position that these wee bits here, like a bayonet bulb, is up above and the bolt's staying upright, and push it back and turn it clockwise to bring the seat right back round and into position. Most importantly, once you get it back into position, bolt it all back down, and please have them all bolted nice and tight before you drive the vehicle. The microwave, like I showed you earlier on, where the switch is in this cupboard for turning the light off and the power on and off on it, it only works when you're on site. It will not work when you're wild camping, unfortunately. There is a little instruction booklet in the leaflet that we put out with the vehicle. This table is underneath the back compartment. You'll need to access that. You'll get the table, unclip it and bring it out. As you'll see, these clip on to the bar just above the microwave. One of the things you've got to do is, when it's clipped on, is push that lever to lock it on to the bar like so. The table leg, it pushes over to the right and starts to lift, and then it locks back into position. So simply put it to the bar or wherever you want it on, lift it up like so, clip it down, clip them clips in, and that's you. To undo the table, simply do it in reverse. Just unclip at the back, lift the table out and away, and this leg here, push it towards me, lock it down and put it away in the compartment underneath the bed at the back. The 13 amp socket that's up here will only work when you are on site, connected up to the mains electricity. One of the first things you should do when you come onto a site is go and fill your water up. Simply take it off, it's like a petrol cap. The key is on the key ring, and fill it up with fresh water. Also, what you've got in the back end, the storage unit, we have 2 camping chairs and your blackout window blinds for the front of the vehicle. You also have a USB port, or 2 USB ports should I say, on the back end here. We also have a 4-cycle bike rack on the rear end of the vehicle. Simply undo the red strap like so. Press the wee button at the top, it releases the strap and take it away all together. The bike rack will simply pull down like so, and that's it in position. To put your bike on the bike rack, these are all ratchet straps. There's a wee red button just here. Push it in and you can take the strap out and put it back in and just simply ratchet onto the bar or the handlebars. You can adjust these in many ways to make it work. Again, on here it's the ratchet. Push the button, take it right out to put the wheels, put it through the spokes and ratchet and tighten up your bike. So you can do that for all 4 bikes. There's all these different sizes for different sizes of bikes, etc. To put it back together, bring it down, simply click it back in and put your ratchet strap back on again to hold it nice and tight. And also use this red ratchet strap to tighten all your bikes together, just as an extra safety precaution. Again, put it through the lever like that and ratchet it through and tighten it all up, and just simply tighten the strap together and lock it together like so. Gently, once you've got your bikes on, gently close the door down. But one of the things to make sure is the door is down completely. Because it's a camper van conversion, sometimes the door is open a wee bit and it might bring the interior light on in the rear end. Just simply push it down like that and that's it, closed. On the driver's side of the vehicle, we have the electric socket. The cable's underneath the passenger seat like we showed you earlier on. Connect it to the site and plug it into the vehicle here. And then on the site you usually find there's a fuse or there's a switch to turn your power on. Again, one of the reasons you'll know that the power on is generally the microwave light will light up and that lets you know that you're actually connected to the site. In front of the driver's side rear wheel, you'll find the waste for your wastewater. Simply open it up and you'll find that sites will have a waste emptying station and obviously empty it down into the drains. Generally what we do is once that's opened, out in the main road, keep it open and that will shake about and empty all the wastewater out. It keeps it nice and clean as well. As I say, keep an eye on that one. If you've got it closed, that you don't actually fill this up too much. As I say, empty it at the site. Now I'm going to show you the Bluetooth in the vehicle. Come in, obviously make sure the radio's on. Press the phone and find telephone and check the results and your phone should come up in the device search. Simply pair your phone with the vehicle and that's you got your phone connectivity. Up here, this is where you would put your phone. We've got one of these devices. Simply click your phone in there and you can also use your own phone for your sat nav, etc. We have a 12 volt lighter socket up here as well. Over on the driver's door we have the mirrors to fold in. Simply turn it round and you can fold in the mirrors for when you park the vehicle. Again, to bring the mirrors back round, quite simply bring it round to the zero. The mirrors are also heated should you find it frosty in the morning. Let's hope it's not, but turn it right round to the top right hand 1 o'clock position and that's you. We also have on the passenger side a USB point for charging phones, etc. To put your phone in the mobile phone holder, simply push this button in here, hold the other side and you'll see it opens up quite easy to whatever width of a tablet, phone, or whatever you want to put in. At the bottom, put your finger to open up these wee levers here. This would simply hold the base of the device just here, and put your phone in and simply close it and click it together and hold it nice and tight. Again, to open it, press the button to the side and it will open. Also in this vehicle we have a small toolbox. Should anything need anything tightened up at all, the toolbox is in the glove compartment. Now I'm going to show you a small clip of how to use the Portaloo if you have requested one for the Volkswagens. One of the most important pieces of advice I could give you if you're doing wild camping. A lot of customers love to do wild camping, which is absolutely fantastic. The vehicles are fitted with diesel heater, whether it's the Volkswagen GT Grand Tourer or whether it's our Jobo design camper. They both are fitted with diesel heaters, both are fitted with fridges. But the fridge can take a bit of a power, and also the night heater takes a wee bit of power working it through the night. So what you might find through the night, if you're running the diesel heater, it might switch off during the night to reserve power in the leisure battery. Once it gets down to a certain level, it will cut the heater out at night to keep power in the leisure battery to power your lights and all that kind of thing. Best piece of advice, when you're travelling from, say, site to site, put your fridge up to full. Turn your fridges on, turn them up to full and drive, and that will get the fridge really, really cool. Once you get to site, my advice is you could maybe turn the fridge down to maybe 2 or maybe 3 at a push. And that will keep the fridge ticking over. But if you are going to do quite a wee bit of wild camping, the fridge will be cold enough and it will hold its temperature. So my advice is possibly turn the fridge off when you get there. As long as it's cold, it's ticking over. But if you're on electric, yeah, you can keep your fridge going all night. You can keep your heater going all night. But as I say, with the leisure batteries, there is only a certain amount of power in them. It's just like your phone. Once it drops to a certain level, the heater will stop working to preserve the battery life. So that's my advice for you, is when you're driving, turn the fridges up really high so it gets really cold. And when you get to site, you can turn the fridge temperature down a bit. You can keep them on while camping, but again, you might run that risk of lowering your battery strength. That's us finished with showing you around about the vehicle. All it needs now is for us to do some paperwork signage, and also to wish you a fantastic holiday. Look after our vehicle. And one of the things we ask is, if you're away, obviously at 2 o'clock, we ask you to return the vehicle at 11 o'clock. What we're looking for is the keys to be actually physically handed over at 11 o'clock. I hope you don't mind. It's just we've got other customers also going out on holiday right after you. They're super excited as well to get away. So if you can, come back, try and get back to the site a wee bit earlier, just to fuel up and empty the vehicle and hand us the keys back at 11 o'clock. If you wouldn't mind doing that for us, we'd be much appreciated. But the most important thing is, you guys almost ready to go and have a super time and a safe time.